Hey everybody, I'm Joey, and today we're adding a new twist to an old favorite. We're taking Grandma's classic meatloaf and we're throwing it in the smoker for a really unique flavor. So follow me and let's get smoking. Hey everybody, today we're smoking meatloaf, and once you've had it smoked, you won't be able to go back to having it in the oven. Now there's a lot of great meatloaf recipes out there, so use whatever works for you. Try some new things and experiment. We're using a simple meatloaf recipe, and I've posted the full recipe details on our website at redmeatlover.com, but we're just going to take a little bit of Parmesan cheese, quarter cup milk, some paprika, some chopped garlic, some red pepper, some breadcrumbs, some red peppers, and some eggs. Like I said, this is just what works for me, so use whatever recipe you like at home and it will turn out just great. And so we're just going to take a little pinch of salt. Okay, maybe 2 pinches of salt. Here we have 2 pounds of ground beef, so we want to make sure, okay, 3 pinches. Want to make sure it's seasoned properly. And we're going to go ahead and add some pepper, freshly ground. And we're also going to add a little bit of Worcestershire, about a tablespoon or 2, just to have it add some flavor. Next, we're going to need a pan to form this into a loaf, which I have right here. So we're not actually going to cook it in the pan, because we want it to have a lot of surface area to absorb the smoke. So as you can see, I've lined it with some saran wrap, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put the meatloaf in here, get it into a nice form, and I'm gonna refrigerate this for about 20 minutes. This saran wrap will help me remove it easily from the pan once it's formed. Okay, so now that this is formed, we're gonna get that in there really nice, and we're just gonna transfer this to the refrigerator for about 20 or 30 minutes and let it firm up. Okay, this has been firming up for about 30 minutes, so we're ready to go ahead and add our glaze, but the first thing we need to do is get it out of this pan. Even before I do that, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to this cutting board. That's gonna make it really easy to slide right off of here and onto the grill. Just a little bit of olive oil. Okay, next, let's go ahead and get this out. And there we have perfectly formed meatloaf. Next, I went ahead and made this homemade glaze for the top of it. It's a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I mean, really, does anyone feel comfortable when they say that word? But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and put it right on top of here. This will help add a little zing as it cooks. Okay, now I'm gonna wash my hands and get this on the grill. Okay, so we have this smoker going, got the fire nice and hot. We actually have some burnt ends on here, but what you want to know at home is I have this thermometer here that gauges the inside temperature, which shows 232 degrees. Ideally, you want this, this grill going between 225 and 250 degrees. You can take it as high as 275, but 225, 250 is right where I like it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and remove this probe from the top of the grill. We're gonna go ahead and get this meatloaf on. But even before I do, I just wanna show you a little bit about how we have this set up. We started the fire with jumbo lump charcoal, and now we've added some apple chips on top. That's where it gets the smoke from. As a matter of fact, we're a little bit low, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some more. All right, so now we're ready to get this on the smoker. As you can see, we really have a 2-part heat system here, with the direct heat being over here, and these, just to reaffirm, are cooking over indirect heat. That's how we cook low and slow. There's absolutely no heat on this side, it's all over here. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and get this, slide this thing off here and get it on the grill. Let's give it a shot. There we go. Okay, now that that's on, go ahead and put this over here. The next thing we're gonna do is this Maverick thermometer has room for another probe. right over here. This is going to go right inside the meat. So we'll have measurements on both the fire temperature itself, as well as the temperature of the meat as it cooks. We want to cook that to about 155 degrees and let it come up about 5 degrees after we pull it off. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and throw the dome back on. We're going to drop in our temperature probe. And the real trick here is making sure that it's not touching any of the meat inside the grill. That will mess it up. So we just want to find that nice spot where it's not touching. We're going to go ahead and let that fire get back up to 225, 250 degrees. From here, it's pretty easy. You can grab a beer or beers, or watch the game, do whatever you want. The main thing you're going to need to do is come back and check this about every hour. You're going to want to make sure the temperature is not too hot or too cold. And if you see that it's losing smoke, you want to go ahead and add more wood chips. This actually has a transmitter inside that will let me know both the temperature of the fire and of the meat, so I won't have to come down and check it until that goes off. This will take about an hour per pound. This is 2 pounds of meat, so it should take about maybe 2.5 hours. One tip I forgot to mention earlier is the location of this grate relative to the fire. The fire is going over here, and the grate is over here as it should be, opposite the fire, and that allows the smoke to move across the meat as it cooks, allowing it to infuse as much of the meat as possible with that awesome smoke flavor. All right, everybody, this meatloaf has reached an internal temperature of 156 degrees, so it's time to pull it off and see how it looks. First of all, let's get that probe out of there. Next, we want to get this probe out. You want to pull from back because it will be hot. It has been in the grill. Now we're just going to go ahead and get it off there. Look at how good that looks. All right, let's see how it turned out. Let's go inside. All right, we're just about ready to cut into this, but before we do, I just want to share that this meatloaf took a little bit longer than I thought to cook. It took about 3 hours instead of 2, and I think that was really due to the monsoon we had, and it really cooled down the pit. So, you know, this is more of an art than a science, so you just need to plan for different variables as you cook. But let's see how it turned out. It looks really good from the outside. Now, it's not going to be a medium rare. This is fully cooked. This is a 160-degree meatloaf. But more than the inside, take a look at the outside. That's where it's going to get all of its flavor from. And this was a relatively easy dish to make. I mean, you just make the meatloaf, you put it on the grill, just make sure you watch the temperature, both internal and the external grill, and it will be done in about 2 to 3 hours, which really fits into the motto of our website, which is cooking meat made easy. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, like, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the big red button right below this video. You can't miss it, and it will just take 1 second. And remember, everyone, meatloaf is just hamburger cake with ketchup frosting. So I hope you enjoy your meat cake, my friends. We'll see you next time.